Welcome to the Pattison Post Show. I am your host, Les Pattison, and this is episode 3. Now, today I'm going to talk very briefly about my thoughts on public-private partnerships, otherwise known as P3's, and the privatization of crown corporations. Now, first I'm going to start with crown corporations. Now, there's been a rising trend of when a government body needs to either balance a budget or inject a short-term amount of cash into something, that they will sell off crown corporations or assets in order to either to make up that money. And this is a very dangerous trend that we need to get a hold of before it becomes too late. Now, what I mean by that is the privatization of a crown corporation, whether it be energy, telecommunications, or infrastructure, is the most ridiculous thing, or at least one of them, it's pretty high up there, that I can think of when it comes to what our government can do. And what I mean by that is selling off a crown corporation for something like energy. Essentially guaranteed to make money, everybody needs energy in the country, and then they sell it off because they say it's unsustainable. And they sell it to us that this private company will be able to invest more money, more technology, and will be better off. But most of the time what happens is our rates go up. And every time that a private corporation buys a crown corporation and we don't raise our voices about it, or we don't stand up to the government that's trying to do it, we're basically saying that we're okay with higher prices and lower service. Because if we're selling off things that everybody needs and everybody uses, those are essentially a guaranteed way to make money. We need to, if a crown corporation is performing poorly, investigate its business practices, or the CEO or the officers, the people making business decisions for this corporation, and maybe we should change out our staff members. Privatization is not the way to go. If we want to, continue to pursue the privatization of crown corporations, it's only going to be a matter of time before so much has been privatized that we can essentially get rid of city and provincial and municipal governments. Because the fact of the matter is the corporations will be in control of everything that those government bodies already provide. Something to think about. Now, public-private partnerships. I have nothing against them. However, I think that the way that they go about them is absolutely ridiculous. In no other form of business that I know of will an investor give you money for absolutely no return. And that is exactly what we do with these P3's. I don't care whether it's a stadium, a museum, a highway. If the public is going to fund some sort of project, we should be retaining an amount of ownership of that project equal to what we're putting in. We should not be giving these corporations tens, hundreds, billions of dollars. Period. Because we're not receiving anything. And politicians can say, oh, well, we get the tax revenue, but it's bullshit. Because we're going to get the tax revenue whether or not we give them funding or not. And just remember, if a company says, fine, we'll leave, you'll lose your jobs, then what are you going to do? We should have politicians that have the balls to tell them, fine, get the fuck out. If you're going to threaten our people with loss of jobs, fine. Somebody's going to take your place. Hell, if we had a proper social safety net in place and a company threatened to leave and remove their jobs, nobody would have to be concerned, because you'd have your social safety net to fall back on, and in a very short amount of time, somebody is going to step in to fill the void that company left. Just some things to think about. So, I'd love to hear what your opinions are on this, though. So, let me know in the comments below, throw me a message, like, share, all that sort of stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.